They said, would you like to try and run it? And I went, you sure? I went, yeah, I'd love to. And they said, you want to think about it? I went, no, you're on. That's the day I married a yellow van, and from there it's just been up and up and up.
Hi, I'm Brett from Trashy Science. Welcome to Trash Talk. Today we'll be talking to Dave from OzHarvest Canberra. Hi Dave, thanks for talking to us today.
No problem.
So tell us a little bit about OzHarvest. What is it?
Look, in a nutshell, OzHarvest is a food rescue charity that finds beautiful fresh food which is access to requirements, and we find people that need it and we give it to them for free.
Fantastic. So how do you go about finding the food and finding the people to get it to?
Look, at first, years and years ago, it was a matter of trudging around talking to people in supermarkets and retailers and clubs and places like that and saying, look, don't throw it out, we're here. You're protected by law and all that sort of thing. We'll look after it and we'll get it to people to look after them. It took a while to get really cracking along, but now it's cracking along to the point where we are about to reach our national 100 million meal point that we've rescued.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's massive.
It's huge. It is huge, yeah. I mean, just here in Canberra, not last month, month before, we got 47 tonne, that's 47,000 kilos of food from supermarkets and clubs and for farmers markets, you know, milk and eggs. It's all beautiful food and it's all within date.
That's incredible.
It is, it's insane.
So 47,000 kilos of food, that's a lot of food. Are there enough people to take all of that on?
Look, you know, a couple of years ago, I suppose I would have wondered myself if that would be the case, but no. I think these days, and we look after just under 70 charities just here in Canberra, in the ACT, and what we're finding, and we're being told, is a lot of people are energy poor, and that is that the power bills come in and all of that, and it's just knocking them flat. You know, food becomes discretionary, and so a lot more people now are going to the emergency relief food banks that we deliver the food to just get through a hump. And it might be just they pay a power bill, they've got nothing left for food for a week, so they come and get enough food for a week, get back on track. There's a lot of people that need it. Pensioners, single mums, things like that. The cost of living is very high. We're finding a lot of students who are living in shared group house accommodation, things like that, are really struggling. There are more and more people that need that food.
And how did you get involved with OzHarvest?
By accident. Yeah, look, I was in the media for a while, took a package, all that sort of thing, took a couple of years off, became a Mr. Dad, and when my young bloke wanted to go to after school care, well, I'll get back into the workforce. And I went for a job at a community service agency, and it was for a transport driver or whatever, and they said, look, we looked at your resume and marketing and media and all that. I said, oh yeah, I've had enough of that for 20 years is enough. And they said, you ever heard of OzHarvest? And I went, yeah, that's just started in Sydney, hasn't it? And they said, yeah. I said, awesome, bring it. They said, well, we're trying to get it going here. And I went, great, how's it going? They said, terrible. I went, what? How can that be? And they said, it just wasn't gaining traction. And then they said, would you like to try and run it? And I went, you sure? I went, yeah, I'd love to. And they said, you want to think about it? I went, no, you're on. That's the day I married a yellow van, and from there it's just been up and up and up. Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges you've faced since that point, getting OzHarvest kicking off in Canberra?
I think the main hurdle was convincing supermarkets, retailers, clubs, caterers that it was safe to donate. And so really in early 2008, when I first started to sort of get the word out and really started to get some marketing happening and that, it wasn't until mid-2008 that the law was changed in the ACT to protect food donors. And I made sure everyone knew, and when it was changed, I said, it's happened, and the gates opened. Everyone wanted to start to get on board. Yeah.
Fantastic. So Dave, tell us a little bit about how OzHarvest actually runs day to day.
Sure, probably the easiest way to do that, while we use a logistics software package, and it's out there on the phones and it's live on computer here, probably to sort of throw it on a board to show you would be the way. And we have, okay, so let's just say today, we're looking at today. We have 3 vans out there. We have a north, a central and a south. All of these jobs are actually loaded in and they come up on the phone inside the van, and the volunteer and driver will go through this, and it comes up much like this. This is called Critter, software developed by OzHarvest, and we load the jobs in with all of their details. And they'll go, okay, job open, and then they'll record what they got. So, I mean, basically, one van will head north, and we've got Woolworth, Franklin, it's the Gungahlin area. Meanwhile, at the same time, we've got Central, and we do this for efficiency purposes so that we don't double back and and everything, you know. So we'll go to like pick up the Virgin Airlines food at Majura Park near the airport. Then we've got Aldi, Woolworths, Costco, all at the airport precinct. And then we're away, we're going to town, and then we'll drop off at the Needle Exchange and a couple of other places down there. Meanwhile, in the south of Canberra, all of the supermarkets, and you'll see that, you can see how many supermarkets are there. That's where we get the majority of our food, from Woolies and Aldi and places like that. And then we'll drop off, today is a big one, dropping off at the small charity. So we'll empty out, and then we go picking up again. Then we'll go to Ronald McDonald House, and then we'll go, and so it goes on. And each day, 7 days a week, less vans on the weekends, but that's what we do. So that sort of gives you an idea of who we go to. And on top of that, what you have is, this is what we've nailed in, it's in the roster, they know we're coming, and then we'll have the ad hocs, and that's where people will call us and they might have had a big function, has been cancelled, and it might be for 300 people at the convention centre. So we'll go and pick up 300 entrees, mains and desserts. And it all goes in and it all goes out.
Do you have one tip for people at home to try and live more sustainably?
Buy a Labrador. No, we've got, look, have a 20-year-old son or a Labrador, you have no waste. Yeah, I do, but it's make a list, you know, and kind of stick to it, you know, buy local, buy from farmers markets. And if there is that little bit of waste, I mean, I make my own stock at home, things like that. And what I can't put into stock or for the Sunday special, I'll give to the Labrador, and usually there's nothing left because my son eats it. But no, take a list shopping. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. And where can people go if they want to find out more about OzHarvest or more about food sustainability?
If you want to find out and have all the resources at your fingertips, go to ozharvest.org. On there, you'll find so much: how to donate time, how to donate food, how to donate funds, receive help or give help. And also for resources on how you can stop wasting food in the home, your business and whatever, go to Fight Food Waste. And that is that's got a wealth of information about tips, tricks, and why we should lower our food waste footprint.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dave.
My pleasure, thank you.
It was really great chatting today from OzHarvest today, and I really love his take-home message of making a shopping list and sticking to it whenever you go shopping. It's something I already do, and it's a really great way to cut down on your food waste. Thank you for joining us for Trash Talk. If you want more info about OzHarvest, Trashy Science, or Riverboy, who does our background music, check out the links below. Please like and subscribe.
That's really good advice.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, a little thing like that can make a huge difference, I reckon.
It does. I'm an impulse buyer. I go shopping when I'm hungry.
And that's the worst time. Because you'll go back, you'll buy bread, you'll buy, you know, I mean, it's everything that, oh man, I could eat everything in this store. Whereas if you, yeah, well, in fact, I first, don't go hungry and take a list.
Yeah.